What's up, everybody? Pretty good. How are you? Chilling on my porch. It's like I love fall, but I'm never ready for it in Minnesota because, for one, I'm a Scorpio, so it's my shit. But two, I like wearing boots. And I just don't like when my feet are cold or the snow necessarily. How's everyone else doing tonight? I don't have any makeup on, but thank you. I feel like a hobo a little bit. This old ass house is kind of cold, but whatever. I wanted to do a live video that didn't break up and fall apart because that hasn't happened for me in the last week. I've been trying to sit down and get some more videos up on my channel. We'll see. I've kind of been a little MIA, but the thing is, when you do, I'm not going to say it for everybody, for me. When I read cards, I have to have the right energy. When I read cards for personal readings, I have to have the right energy. And when I'm all over the place, I don't think that it's not something that I do, is do readings for other people. Because I think that the negative shit comes out, and I don't want to give that kind of energy to other people. But other people are fine when they read every day. I'm not one of those people. I would like to be able to read every day, but I don't. Life in my Scorpio world doesn't work that way. I don't really know what I was going to do. Maybe a question and answer, but at the same time, there's probably a message here for somebody. And I think that this year has been a wake-up call. It's been a wake-up call for not only the water signs, it's been a wake-up call for the earth signs. I feel like the universe is fed up with some of us. Me personally, because I'm not fulfilling purpose, you know. I've learned a lot this year. I just started my tarot channel in, was it October, December, something like that. I started posting videos, and I haven't even been doing this a year, and it's like I've learned a lot already. And it's important for us to remember not only who we are, that we have a purpose, and two, that there's going to be things thrown at us constantly, but we're not going to fall. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to give up. This year has been a major fucking wake-up call for me. And I think it's time to send some positive energy back out there because it's been heavy as hell. And I don't even want to be that serious. Like, this is supposed to be fun too, not just like, well, you know, the bad news is, you know, because that's depressing as shit. And let's face it, we don't need any more depression at all. I'm good on depression. It's really hard to be, for me personally, I'm not going to say everyone, it's really hard to be a Scorpio sun, moon, rising, be an empath, be in the human service field, and still try to not let other people's energy affect me and still try to help other people. It's not easy. I have someone in my life probably from every sign, you know. I feel like I'm a little bit harder on certain signs, but that's because they're in my life and I know that there's something that they need to hear. I'm not going to say I'm for everybody, you know what I mean? I'm not, but at the same time, the people that are meant to hear it are going to. And everybody needs a little bit of a pep talk sometimes, you know, but I feel like you can't always be butterflies and rainbows in real life. For me, that's never the case. Butterflies and rainbows. I have seen a shit ton of pigeons lately, but that's about it. They're everywhere. I don't know what they're doing. But this journey for me has been like, I'm healing myself along with sharing my journey with other people. I'm helping other people. But at the same time, it's more like just to know that there's somebody else going through the same shit that you are. Just to know there's somebody that understands. Mental health is a real thing for me personally, but who I work with, who I help, I think that it's just, it's time that the awareness is raised up a little bit in this world. Even if it's only to the point of your understanding, it's like really important for us to realize that there's a lot of things about ourselves and other people that we deal with every day that it's like, it's crazy. And how many people are going through the same thing that you're going through at the same time? Like, I had no idea how big the tarot world was. Like, what? When I started watching tarot, had no idea. And now I'm like addicted to certain people's channels. I'll like hop in on people's lives, you know what I mean? But I don't really rep myself fully. There's a certain people in my life that I've let know that I do cards. There's a certain people in my life I'll do readings for, but there's just, it's not very many people. Everyone's like, oh, you're a tarot reader? Like, you're the devil, you know? Like, but people forget there's other energies out here. Like, it's not all devils. Yeah, those motherfuckers are everywhere. Shit. But there's some good out here, too. We got some angels on our side. Shit. And I think it's important that people see me like this because I'm not always going to be, when I first started doing this, I'd be putting makeup on and shit, looking cute all the time. Listen, that's not real life with me. I look like a swamp troll at least 5 out of 7 days a week. I walk out of the house looking like I slept in my car and like just counting kids. Like, I think they're out here. Yep, we're good. Like, that's real life sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I don't know. I think that people need to know something like, well, the problem is that because there are some tarot readers that are witches. There is witchcraft. It's very real. But that doesn't mean that's everybody, you know? You have to be very careful about the energy you let in around you. You have to be very careful about what you pick up on, what you listen to, and what you take to heart. That's why when I put up general readings, nobody should be taking that to heart. You should get a personal reading if you want to know if that's for you. Like, don't think that everything's right because what you think about, you're going to manifest into your life. And if it's not for you and you're like, wait, this motherfucker's cheating on me, wait, you know, like, I'm going to stab him. But maybe it's not for you, it's for somebody else. You know, don't stab anybody. You go to jail for a long time. But I started working with the vice versa tarot deck, and I'm a fan. I still got my trusty Romance Angel Oracle cards. My intuition is changing. I think that I'm able to read a lot more. I'm able to pick up on a lot more. And I think that for some reason, I was meant to do a live video, even though I kind of look like... But I think it's okay for people to be a mess sometimes. Like, shit, you know? Yes, Roxy, no stabbing. If anything, let me do it so then you don't go to jail. Just kidding. Or am I? But Cecily, Nicole, what is the name of Nicoletta, I believe. She has a deck. I feel like stabbing people and I'm an empath, but I think I'm just fed up. But I haven't stabbed anyone. I thought about it. I don't even know how to stab people. But it's like the card keeps going back to the Empress. So I feel like there's a lot of us that have a calling, right? There's a lot of us that are here for some purpose, whether it's on our own or with another person. But it's important to realize that the Empress doesn't get to be an Empress because she sits there on her little throne looking cute. The Empress has been through some shit, okay, to get to where she is. She's mastered herself. She's mastered every part of herself. And that's the reason she's where she's at. So it doesn't come with all glory. You know, we got to go through some shit to get to where we're going. I hate the name Emily. Actually, Emily Marie is like the most common white girl name on the face of the planet. And it was the most common name for like 10 years after I was born in 1985. So when you go in a store and people are yelling out Emily and you look around, you're like, wait, they're yelling at their kid. They're not yelling at you. Like, I didn't really get the name myself, but I'll take it. It means industrious, I believe. Hardworking. Work is the main word. I think that, and I'm not really sure who these messages are for. I'm just going to let you know. Some of us either need to be more careful about who we let know what we're doing, or we just need to make more decisions that are beneficial to us, because in order to bring in the love that we want in our lives, we have to make the right decisions, and we have to make sure that things are even across the board. And it's like, in order for us to get the love that we want in our lives, it's going to require us to walk away from the feelings that, you know, something that we wanted. There's people that we've been loyal to, people that we have always been there for, that maybe couldn't be that for us, but at the same time, it's like, it's time to move away from the things that we don't really want to cut out of our lives or make a decision about. But it's like, it's really time to make that decision, because you can really only give people, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You have the power of free will, but it's like a lot of us know what we should be doing. We have an idea of what we should be doing, but we're just still sitting here like waiting for some sign across the sky to say, this is what you're supposed to do. But in reality, it's like we already know. It's hard to be that person that has to make that call, because you want to see the good in people. You want them to see the good in themselves. You want people to just fucking wake up. But at the same time, not everybody's on the same wavelength we're on, you know? Not everybody's on the same journey. So there's going to be people that we're going to deal with where they're not meant to be in our lives forever. But if you're like me and you don't exactly know how to let people go, and you think that you can fix them no matter what, it's not true. It's like things have been affected because of it. When it comes down to stability, when it comes down to not really wanting to open up to people, when it comes down to how we think and how set we are in our ways, it affects a lot of parts of our lives. Someone needs to speak up about the true direction, because I feel like someone's been waiting for something. Someone's been waiting for a soulmate. Someone's just kind of been sitting back. I feel like someone's went through a transformation. It's like this new beginning is right here, but it's like, it's time to step, because it's like, you know, move forward into that, because it's like you're manifesting the right things. And you're building on top of this Empress energy. You're kind of like, you know, actually this is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So the Queen of Wands in reverse also just is sitting here, not only sleeping, but it's like she knows that there's certain things that she has to do to be grounded. There's going to be a lot of tower moments in life when we don't want to change, but at the same time, what's a goon to a goblin at the end of the day? Some people, and it's about taking action. Somebody has more than one option. Or maybe this is about telling the truth about what it is that you truly want, what it is that it's going to take for you to be stable. Speaking your truth to people in your life so that things move forward. Because I feel like when it comes down to an earth sign and a fire sign for some people, the only person that's going to be moving forward is the fire sign. And they just need to tell you what they want to do. There's just a lot of drama around them. Some of you guys have been waiting for them for a long time. And it's like, you know that you could work on this, but at the same time, there's toxic energy around somebody. Somebody that maybe you wanted loyalty to, or maybe somebody that you've been loyal to. There's still a lot of energy from the past. So are we focusing on what we lost or what we have? Sometimes it takes people a long time to let go of the past energy. And that's really their problem. It's not ours, you know? Maybe it's okay to be defensive about what it is that you truly want, because it's okay to make the decision for yourself on who to move forward with. Thank you, Divine Love and Lights, Warrior Tribe. I feel like sometimes we walk around on eggshells and we're afraid to say what we truly mean. But when it comes to working on ourselves and working on our happiness, it's time to go for it. Even if it's one small step, maybe even if it's just one message about how you feel or something that you truly want to do. Also remembering that a lot of us are examples to other people, whether they're our children or not. We have a big impact on what the next generations are going to do for themselves. They're watching us and what we do. Some of us just aren't good at talking about our feelings. I'm the first one to say that. I'm not very good at it. I always think that people can feel how I feel because I can feel how they feel, but newsflash, Emily, not everyone's a fucking empath, you know? How do you tell someone that's closed off? I think that you have to be careful sometimes because some people aren't ready to hear the whole truth. Like, I'm an honest person, but I've had to realize over the course of 32 years, you have to be careful and say things in a certain way. So honestly say, this is how I feel, or just say, I'm not very good at this, but this is how I feel. Like, you don't have to say anything, because I think that people just don't know what to say sometimes. It doesn't mean that they don't feel anything, but everybody's on a different thing. I'm a Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. My ascendant is Sagittarius. I'm all Scorpio. And it's not an easy road to walk. Shit. Yeah. But it's just like some of us need to leave people out. The people that do shit behind our backs that we try to pretend that we don't see, but we know about. The people that know damn well you could leave them and be okay, but it's like the wheel of fortune is like turning in our favor, but it also requires a decision to be made, to know that once you're able to do this for yourself, things can go in your favor, but things aren't just going to be given if we're not going to do anything about shit, you know? Some of us have been quiet for long enough. Some of us have sat back and watched people in our lives for far too long. Somebody got 2 years too long, if you ask me, of time to fucking figure it out. And some of us are bored as shit at this point. It's like the ship's moving on, you know, but is it a, if it's not going anywhere? If you're sitting here and you're watching shit fall apart in your life, is it a bad thing to move away from that? No, it's a good thing. To know that there's a lot of healing going on, but that's necessary. I always feel like the energy that we carry from the last ex, you know, the one that lied and cheated and never was honest about a goddamn thing in their life, it's hard for me to trust anybody. It's hard for me to trust anybody, period, because I'm a fucking Scorpio. I'm a skeptic. But at the same time, now I feel like everybody's lying. I can't take anybody serious. To whoever has an idea for themselves, for their life, there's heartbreak from because you don't want to leave something behind, but at the same time, sometimes it's okay to let those swords hit the right people. You know what I'm saying? To cut out the shit in your life that's weighing you down, that's holding you back. To say those things that you might not say in normal life, which I can't really relate to because I feel like I say it all the time, but maybe not to the people that I should, to myself most importantly. Because we've been hit this year. We've had lessons that we've had to learn, some of us the hard way. Some of us have shit that goes back years upon years. You see the baby with the key? It's like we had to learn this way. There's all this knowledge out here, and we had to learn it this way. Talking about why it is that you run from your emotions, why it is that you're not good at talking about your emotions, that sometimes you really can't make a decision because when it comes to head over heart, like there's no difference. It's like an even scale. Like I really don't know what my decision is, but maybe that's okay sometimes. Because the Three of Wands has been here for a very long time. And this is what? Waiting for what? When he has the cycle, he's got the yin and yang in his hand and he knows, but he's still waiting for someone. But what if we don't have any more time to wait for the shit that we want to get done or need to get done? That maybe there's a lot of shit going on, but choosing ourselves and our independence is the right choice sometimes, because if we don't do it, who else will? That it's really not that much to ask out of somebody to give you the same love that you give them, to give you the same things that you give them. That's really not asking for too much. Like that should be basic knowledge by now. But here we are waiting. Which is okay, but what are we missing out on somebody who could offer us love and happiness and actually invest their time in? Because we're afraid to close out a cycle, or we're just so used to doing the same shit. Because I feel like there's so many good things coming for everybody that's taking the time to balance out their emotions, for one. That's where it starts, balancing yourself out before you can even offer shit to someone else. Realizing that there's a lot of good things out here for most of us. We don't have to sit shit. That the right person could offer us love. That maybe it should start with how we love ourselves and how we're able to love other people, and realizing that a lot of people aren't there. A lot of people don't love themselves, don't know how to love themselves. How could they love someone else? But there are people that do, and that maybe those people will be brought into our lives if we were to just let this goddamn cycle end. Because once you ascend, there's going to be people that can't reach you anymore. You're not going to have shit in common with somebody. There's going to be no common ground anymore other than I wasted 4 years of my life waiting for you. And what do I have to show for it? that I loved you, yeah, you're right. But happiness and investment is kind of what we want, what's here. Yes, you can super chat for a question. That there's new beginnings here, but it also means cutting people off. That it's about time that some of us are recognized for the things that we are able to do, the things that we've always done, but maybe just don't like the attention that goes with it. That some of us are going to be getting the right attention, getting that job, being our own boss. Like, I don't even know how to ride a horse, but I kind of want to, you know what I mean? But it involves us evening out the scales in every part of our lives. That if this doesn't even out for me, you can't be here. And I'm sorry, I love you, but you got to go. Because I'm done holding up everything on my side while your side's like this. And now that everything fell apart, you know? Emotions are a motherfucker, and I'm kind of tired of them. But how do you get rid of them as a water sign? They don't go away. Shit. You got to deal with it. You got to suffer through it. And that's the biggest piece of advice I can give most of you, because a lot of you guys that aren't water signs aren't able to understand. I'm not saying you're not unable to understand. You don't know what it's like maybe to feel the things that we do, how deep shit goes, how hard it is to deal with shit. But once you do, you come back that much stronger. That once you feel those things that you don't want to feel when you rip that Band-Aid off, that's actually beneficial to your life, that it's okay to fall apart and come back better. Because I don't know how many times I've done that in my life. Hold on, I got to... Laura French, what's your sign? I think that there's kids in your future because the Three of Cups is here. I think that there's probably 2 kids in your future, to be honest, but the main cup that you is the one that you offer yourself. How you feel about yourself and the kind of energy that you're giving off around you, because there's some depression here. There's some things that I would encourage you to look into, but it starts with you. I think that if you are able to balance out your emotions, and I think that you're stuck for some reason. There's a cycle here that's not ending, and then there's also really big unbalance in emotions with a lot of depression, and kind of not just depression, it's temporary depression. I think that 6 months from now, you're going to feel a lot differently about kids. There might be a pregnancy in 6 months. There's something to do with the number 6. I don't know if you're going to have 3 kids or 2 kids, but I would encourage you to take very good care of yourself and your body and your health and your mind and just your feelings overall when it comes to yourself and your situation, because it doesn't matter how old you are, or it doesn't matter if you don't have kids now, but it does matter the things that we have that we go through that maybe we're putting out into the universe that we're not really paying attention to. And that maybe it's okay to do things in a non-conventional way, because there's nothing wrong with adoption. There's nothing wrong with in vitro. There's nothing wrong with any of that shit. It just might not be the way that you want it to. Yeah, I see 3 again, but I'm just wondering, you know, make that decision for yourself, because things are going to change, but old things have to go. And whether that's a mindset, whether that's how you're taking care of yourself, whether that's what kind of medical attention that you seek. I keep seeing 6s, so 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. I mean, I don't know when the last time you took a pregnancy test was, but I would pay attention to something with the number 6. And the Empress card with 3, it's probably going to be 3. Maybe you're going to do, you know, a non-conventional way. It says 3, and I think that if you were to do, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be 3 at once, but like I said, and I think that I remember saying this before, that sometimes when people go through the adoption process, then they get pregnant. Some people that do IVF have multiples off top, you know. You never really know what is right for you, but it's like, but I think that it's here for you, but it really does start with your happiness too. And I think that the happiness with the children and the kids, that's important to you. And there's also something that you need to see about your situation right now, that maybe the universe is trying to get your attention, because there's a reason why this isn't moving forward. There's some healing that kind of has to start with you. There's something that you need to see in your situation. I'm not an expert on what that is, but I think that you don't have to be defensive about your situation or what direction that you want to go, but I see it moving forward really fast. And you don't have to push people away because you don't feel good. That there's going to be people here for you, but to not give up hope, because I don't know how many times I've seen the number 3 for you, and it's not changing. And it hasn't changed since the first time I said that, which I didn't even remember that I said 3, but now it's kind of coming back to me a little bit. If you were to go back to what truly made you happy in the last time that you were truly happy, like there's something that you need to see. And that's why sometimes the universe holds us up in a hangman position, that we need to see about the situation that we're in. And it might have something to do with the mindset. It might have something to do with a cycle. But I think that, you know, happiness is here for the taking, but are you going to take the steps to do that? And if it doesn't happen the way that you want it to, it's okay to just let go of that mindset altogether on, if I do this, this might happen. If I do this, this might happen, because it's all negative. Just let it go completely, and what's supposed to happen is going to come to you, or it's going to happen. And that's something you have to believe and put out into the universe. Because you can have this any way that you want to, but you have to be careful about what you're manifesting into your life. And it might take some work and it might take some time, but it's important to have patience. It's important to remember that you don't have to be confused when it comes to what the universe is going to do in your favor. It's not going to make sense to you, but I think that you're going to know what choice to make. Whatever you do for another person, like what you put out into the universe comes back to you in more than one way. And I have to go back up here and see who else asked me something. Stacy's sweetest 12 is my Sag on his way back to me. Sagittarius is stressed out. And I think that someone's very stuck in their head about this. You guys' communication might be a little bit off, but I feel like it says the Wheel of Fortune is going to go in your favor. I don't know about commitment, but I think that you do need to change the way that you're thinking and communicating, maybe, because I see this moving forward with love, but it is going to require some healing. Because I do see some depression here. And I do see this being happy, but it's like there's some kind of communication or something is off. And either maybe you guys have been through an abusive situation, or maybe it's about like you guys have kind of, you're going to be able to get through whatever the universe throws at you. But it's just like patience is needed here, and you're going to have to work on it with this person. Because they're really slow, for one. And two, maybe they're not very good at commitment right now. So if they're not committing to you, I do see victory, though, and an equal give and take. So, yeah, I think so. But it's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. This person's your soulmate. I see the infinity symbol, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So don't give up hope. Just know that you're going to have to work on it, and you're going to. But if you want to know who this person chooses in the end, it's you. I think that in the past, someone wasn't very good at commitment, but they realized something, or they're going to be realizing something, and they're going to choose you. I don't know if anyone else asked me something. I'm trying to go back up. I'm on my craptastic phone. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? That's what I mean. I think that it's time to stop being stressed out about shit we can't control. And coming from a Scorpio, I used to be able to control everything in one way or another. I'm not necessarily manipulative, but I have been known to tweak a few things to go in my favor. But I was able to fix everything. I had the idea. I was able to be whatever I needed to be. I was able to get things to go in my way. One way or another, I was going to make that shit happen. But after a while, the stress builds up. You forget about yourself when you're taking care of other people, when you're exhausting yourself trying to make things work that maybe weren't supposed to. You know what I mean? Stress is the #1 killer for a lot of people. It has a lot to do with blood pressure. It has a lot to do with anxiety. But I think that it's time to realize that we have people on our side. Not only that, but we have good people on our side. And that it's okay to believe that there's good things that could happen to us, even if maybe we did some fucked up shit or we have some karmic cycle, whatever the fucking case may be. that we're not going to be able to fix everything. And God damn it, that was the hardest lesson for me to learn. But at the same time, it's like happen how they're supposed to happen, and it might not look like we want. We might not have the mansion and the nice car. You might have a 100-year-old house and a Chevy Trailblazer that needs all the kind of work you could think of, and you might lose your house, you might change your job and get paid shit, start a YouTube channel, be a single mother of 4 with no fucking clue what you're doing, but you're riding the wave, because that's where I'm at right now. And I'm just going to say this, like, it's okay. Hakuna Matata, because I'm tired. Like, I've had to change and rewire my brain. And let me tell you, I'm still working on it. But it's easy to get caught up in trying to keep up with other people, trying to get things to go our way. But at the same time, the things that I thought I wanted, once I got them, I didn't, for one, because I did get them eventually. I didn't want them. But 2, the good, right things are going to come in one way or another. And it's like, maybe we don't think that's what we want, or like that's how it's supposed to happen, but that's just how shit goes, That's the biggest lesson I've had to learn for myself, is like, sometimes shit falls apart. It's okay. Sometimes you lose your shit. Okay. It's okay. Sometimes you lose your job. It's okay. Sometimes your bills stack up and you're like, fuck my life. But there's no point in stressing about everything, because what does it change? Nothing. It deteriorates your own mental health. I'm done doing that. I might not have it, but shit, I'm going to figure it out, or it's going to be figured out for me. May, what's your sign and Michael's sign? There's no communication with who? Thank you, Roxy. I think that there's going to be communication, and that you guys are being guided, but there was some shady shit that happened here, and I don't know if it's on yours, or there's some things that were done behind someone's back, and things have to change with you guys. There's got to be a transformation. Someone might be going through a transformation. It's just really this person, for them to open up, for them to walk away from these old feelings or situation. It's just very slow moving. And that's why there really hasn't been a decision made. It's like an idea right now. And it's like someone does need to move away from something, but you will be recognized and you will have what you want, this equal situation with this person. But you're just going to have some hope and realize that this is here for you. I see 3 6s for you too, and that creeps me out, but there might be a meaning behind 6s that you should look up. So maybe he left. So 7 of Swords could be things done behind somebody's back. Somebody needs to change, and someone needs to, I think that it's going to work out. But it does involve leaving someone. It does involve things kind of drastically changing. But the reason it's stalled right now is because someone needs to be honest about how they feel. Someone needs to have this conversation, and someone needs to either get rid of the opponent or kind of like settle some shit, whatever they're involved in right now, because this person knows who is loyal to them. This person, there's emotional fulfillment here, but it's like someone's kind of sleeping. Someone is not very good at expressing their emotions, especially when it comes to a relationship, and someone doesn't want to fight about this. There's a lot of fighting, but they don't want to fight anymore. because it's like when it comes down to soulmate energy, you have the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands. Like this is what's meant to be. But someone needs to learn how to express their emotions, and let go of old things, old situations, old people. The Scorpio is most compatible with is Taurus. For no other reason other than they understand us and they even us out. In my opinion. I'm not saying that's every Scorpio, because it does matter what's in your chart, what's rising, whatever. I feel like air signs are hard for us. We don't understand why air signs are the way that they are because we're emotional and they're not. Not that they don't have emotions, they just don't feel like we feel. We don't understand them. Not saying that it can't work, it's just very difficult. You know, I've never been in a relationship with an air sign. I am talking to one that I feel like I could punch a wall and then want to kiss him like 5 seconds later because I don't understand him. I don't understand why he thinks that way, but I don't really know him either. I think that Pisces is supposed to be our soulmate. So Pisces and Scorpio are supposed to go together, whether that's on a friend level or a relationship. The Pisces that I dealt with, once again, short period, we were both on some bullshit and we brought out the wrong sides of each other. Because, you know, when you meet someone who's supposed to be a soulmate, something you're supposed to learn from, they bring out the shadow side of you right away. So you're like, and then I sat back like, but I'm kind of crazy like that too. But I have an anger problem like that too. So it depends on what level you're on, what level the person you're dealing with is on. I have a lot of attraction for Aries, but we don't get along. It might have something to do with the maturity, but the one that I mean, I think that in the bottom of my heart, he's my soulmate, but we're never supposed to be together in that way because I feel like we literally kill each other. Because when it comes down to those bipolar feelings and those lashing out, it's not good. The Leo, I've dealt with a Leo. I truly loved this Leo that I dealt with for no reason, because when I met him, he was like really sweet and kind, and I don't know, my soft ass fell for a lot of dumb people, but I did love this Leo, but he was just the wrong time, involved with whatever the case may be. It was just the wrong time, and there was another situation that he had to walk away because I'm not trying. There was a lot of drama. Holy shit, there was a lot of drama. But I think that he still loves me to this day, but there's no way that I could ever. If you guys would like a personal reading about your personal situation, go to the About section on my channel. There's prices. I have PayPal. You make your payment, then you let me know, you and your partner sign, and then I usually can get readings done within 24 hours. If I have other shit going on, please don't hassle me. Please don't be like, do you know anything? Do you know anything? Because if it's taking longer to for a reason, if I don't have the right energy, I'm not going to do your reading. And if you want a refund, that's fine. You just have to let me know. I've only had to do one refund for some lady who didn't get her reading this entire time that I've been doing this. And that was my choice to do that. So it's like, I don't really have to deal with that. But it's like, if you're on a time schedule, you really shouldn't rush a reader, because then it might not be accurate to your situation. Someone asked me earlier in this reading if I would be willing to do super chats for, you know, personal questions. That's fine with me if I'm not getting a million. So it's kind of going to be your call. I was so excited to get super chat, but it was like everything that went with super chat. So to have a channel with super chat, you have to make, I think it's like $200 before they even give you any of the money. And then a certain percent of it goes to the advertising companies or something confusing. So it's like, I don't really rep the super chat to that point, but it's like, if that's something you guys want to do, it's cool with me. You know what I mean? Me personally, if I was wanted something, you know, for myself, I would do that. It's probably cheaper than a reading. So it's going to be your call. At an amount like you have to give me $50 for a super chat question. That's not real life, you know? Just email me, but everything's in the about section. There's certain situations, like I don't really want to make this about money. Yes, it's nice to have people donate. There's been some times that this channel has completely saved my ass, but I don't want to be greedy because I don't think that's the right thing to do. If you feel like this is something that you're drawn to do, then that's your calling. That's your choice. I'm not going to like say you have to do this or you have to give me this money, because I don't think that's what we're here for. Because not only have I learned about myself and stuff, I'm sharing what I'm going through with other people. And I honestly didn't even fucking know. I kind of knew that I was psychic to a point because there was shit like my whole life I knew about and I couldn't explain to other people, and they would look at me like I'm crazy because I knew something that nobody else knew, but it was always there. And I don't know how to explain how we know. We just know. It's just like there, you know? I don't think that I would have been given this gift in my life if I wasn't meant to share with other people, especially if it can benefit other people. And the main thing that I ask for before I start every reading is like, you know, what do they need to know? You know, please help me to interpret these messages so they're accurate and true. I'm trying to give people, oh shit, I'm sorry. I got a Snapchat and then I dropped my phone. Whoopsie. But it's just like, there's certain readers I would recommend, but it's like, you're going to know if you listen to that little voice that you have. If there's something that you need to know personally, I would recommend you get a personal reading, because general readings aren't for everyone. And if you take it to heart like it is, that's not good, you know? But I really do like appreciate everything. I appreciate all the support. I get emails all the time from people that are just like, I like your outfit and I like your personality. And it's like nice to hear that, with all money and bullshit aside, that I'm helping people, because that's kind of what I'm about, you know? And it's not only that, but I feel like that I'm going through, the reason when I started this channel, everything I'm going through is for a reason. It's to help other people when they're going through the same thing. Because it's easy to feel alone and get stuck in depression and think that no one understands or no one knows, or, you know, being so lost and you just want to know things. It's like, there are people that wherever they're from, whatever level they're on, that could probably help you. And that's what we're here for. And it's not all witchcraft, okay? There's a couple witches on YouTube. I don't really fuck with them, but I'm pretty sure that that's what started all of this, because I feel like when Ouija boards came out, and witches have been around forever, but at the same time, you have to put a little bit of respect on them, because tell me if not, most of the shit they say isn't accurate. It's for a reason, you know? But without like what you resonate with, that's going to be your level, you know? I just feel like the Bible thumpers of the world came up with the fact that Ouija boards are satanic, which, yep, they kind of are. But at the same time, there's a lot of spiritual shit going around us that we can't see, that we don't know about. And what's broadcasted is the evil shit, but it's not ever broadcasted that there's angels in our lives on purpose, like earth angels. There's angels we can't see, that there's things helping us. Like, that's never being said. And that's what bothers me, because they're there, you know? I'm not all about the opening my third eye, because let me be honest, if I were to see everything, fucking freaked out, okay? I don't know if I'm ready to see everything. Do I think that I have spirit guides? Yes. Do I believe in them? Yes. Do I think that there's messages that come to me, to other people, regardless of what spirit form they are? Yes. And I think that some people get carried away. I am not going to sit here and judge other people, but in every industry like this, especially when the people that, there's a people that make a lot of money off their tarot channel, you know, but they have to kind of sell their product. And I don't want to get to that level for myself. I try to keep things like at a minimum, like a level that I could afford. If I really wanted to know, you know, or if there's a situation where people can't afford it, then, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to say I don't deserve the money, because there's going to be times that I do. There's been times that I've needed it, but it's not going to be like my main focus, because if you focus on the wrong shit, then what happens, you know? Money's never been something that I've been too obsessed with. But I like to work a lot. I like to make money. So it's like, maybe it was in a way. So that's kind of been a humbling experience for me this year. But it was at a job, not a tarot channel, you know? I really do like the job that I have, the company I work for. I believe in the people that lady that started this company. So I'm trying to hold on and stick with it, because I feel like that's where I'm supposed to be. But this shit isn't easy, you know? I feel like for some of us, it does, like the things that come, like some of the messages and stuff come easy for me sometimes. And I don't even remember what I'm saying. So that's how you know it's from somebody else. But it's like, it is draining to be in this field and try to help other people and like deal with everybody's shit. But at the same time, I feel like there's so many people coming from a dark place that are trying to reach out. And the only way they reach out is to lash out. So it's like, sometimes you got to meet people where they're at. You know, you never know what somebody else is going through. It's like somebody just needs to hear not to give up, you know. You're here for a reason. If you wake up in the morning and you have breath in your lungs, you're here for a reason. It's time to block out the negative shit that is being said to us, because you know what bothers me? And I've been in the mental health field a very long time. I've dealt with schizophrenics. I've dealt with mental health. What bothers me about people that commit suicide is that people think that it's a selfish choice, that they're just doing this. But what people don't understand is, do you know how many demons are screaming in their ears telling them to do it? How many voices they're hearing telling them, just give up. You don't mean shit. You'll never be shit. Just do it. Just pull the trigger. And there's kids out here, you know, like there's people really doing this. And it's like, we can't listen to that. You have to listen to the good. Like there was a 17-year-old girl at the high school who shot herself. It's like, realize what the fuck is going on. That's my biggest thing, that if I could say one thing, realize those negative ass fucking thoughts, it's on purpose, you know, but it should never be that serious. And it's something that people don't understand, but it's real. Suicide rates are going up, you know, poverty rates are going up. People are getting desperate. Don't listen to those voices that are telling you you don't mean shit, you'll never be shit, because that's not true. Because we don't look like what society wants us to look like, we're not shit, or things are going bad, or, you know, it's just really time to pay attention to your mental health, myself included. The thoughts in your head, the things that you pay attention to, like TV and music and all of this, it's just time to wake up. The demons don't hold any weight. And it's like, they sound scary. They sound like these big fucking things, but it's like, The only way in is through another vessel. You know what I mean? Like, they really wouldn't be able to get to us if we knew who we were and what we're put here for. If we were already ascended, if we were on a good level, if we knew the power that we held, that every person holds, they wouldn't be able to touch us. But the problem is, they have us convinced that we're not shit because we're fat, or our boyfriend broke up with us, or we're suffering from depression and fear and worry and anxiety. Where do you think this shit comes from? Depression's fucking real. And let me tell you, I have never been through depression like I have this year. So when people say they don't understand depression, or why can't this person get out of bed, I've been there. And it doesn't just go away. You know, it's not something you can snap out of. Mental health is an issue for this entire country. And people don't pay attention to it because they don't understand it. It's time to pay attention, though. The main people killing themselves are the ones that are walking around like they're happy as shit every day. You would never know. It's never the people you think that are going to commit suicide that blow their head off. A 17-year-old girl, because let me tell you, if one of my kids ever did that, I don't even know what I would do with myself. I would want to. We got to pay more attention to the right shit. Our kids need us. Our kids are going through shit. These fucking demons are in like crazy. And then you know why? Are ascending. People are taking that call for their life, even if all the stuff that they wanted for their life is being thrown to the side. People are with us. The problem. Religion's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know what to believe in anymore. How about we believe in ourselves? How about we believe in the fact that whoever the fuck created us, whoever's in the sky, whoever's in the ground, we're still here for some reason. And obviously there's people on our side, because I should have been dead a few times by now, but I'm not. I could have given up a few times, but I'm not going to. And my soul's never going anywhere. You know what I mean? Depression's real. And once you start noticing the mental illness, a lot of people have it. It's very common. A lot of people are undiagnosed. Is it necessary to take medication? Get some help with the things that we need to heal, the things that we don't pay attention to because it's not talked about. It's not mainstream. Because we have to get up and we have to go to our job and we have to make money and we have to do this and we have to do that. For what, though? Because our kids are going through a lot. If we're getting hit, can you imagine how the younger generations are getting hit? And somebody's got to step up and take responsibility, you know what I mean, for our own actions, for the things that we've done, the things that we brought into this world, and help each other out. Because I'm fucking tired of selfish people. I can't even tell you how fed up I am just with humanity in general. And some hours every 2 weeks, my kids would be in daycare 7 days a week because I had to get this paycheck. And when I had all that money, I really didn't have more than I do now. I just have more money to play with on the days when I wasn't broke. You know what I mean? Like, this is modern day slavery. It's time to wake up. Our kids need us to educate them on the real things in life. That it's okay. Train wreck sometimes, but that no matter what life hits us with, they have somebody in their corner. That no matter what, they're loved, because some of us didn't have that. Do we tell them enough? You know what I mean? Like, emotions and feelings and all this stuff has been thrown to the side like it's so uncommon now. Like, why can't people love each other? What is the fucking problem? You know, why can't you help somebody out instead of being worried about yourself? You know, why aren't you trying to help that person that you're talking about? Do you feel any better when you talk about them? Because that low vibration that motherfuckers are sitting on while they're talking about the next person is how miserable they are. We don't have to take on that energy. And it's more than education. It's about outreach, because there's so many people that are homeless, so many people that are on drugs, so many people that are drinking. But why are they doing that? What is the main factor in that? Is that there's some kind of unresolved trauma or pain that brought them to this point. Do you think that people would be addicted to drugs if they could be sober, if they could live in their own sober mind? Probably not. You know, we're all addicted to something that takes away the pain. And it's time to stop fucking judging people and helping them. You know? Not everybody has things okay. Not everybody can do the things that other people can do. But so, like, and low vibrational people don't really get far in life. And the fucked up part about it is they just are, it's a cry for help from them half the time. Such a shitty ass person. It's like you don't even want to help them. But if you sit back, there's a reason why they're that way, you know? And that's not how normal people will get attention from someone they need help from. But let's talk shit about it, because why? You know? There's beauty in a lot of things in this life, and it doesn't have shit to do with what size you are, what car you drive, what fucking brand name you have. It's more than that. It's like, listen, bitch, I have 4 kids. I'm a little bit chubby, a little bit fluffy. Okay, I got tattoos. Oh my God, I'm going to hell. You know? I'm like 6 boxes deep into platinum right now. Okay, this is the thug life over here. If you don't want to be my friend, well, fuck you then. You know what I mean? Because I'm kind of a cool bitch. But whatever, judge me if you want to. I'm never going to be you. You know? Every part of our lives were given to us for a reason, no matter how it got there. There's people brought into our lives for lessons. There's people that we learn from. There's people that need to learn from us. And it's got to start somewhere. Is it about the money? No. Is it about the fame? No. You know, it's about education. It's about understanding. It's about acceptance. And that's probably the realest shit I've ever said in my life right there. You know? I was excited as shit when they started selling platinum in the boxes in the store, because I've always been a freak about my hair. But more importantly, if someone fucks up my hair, then I'm really bad. So I'd rather do it myself. I used to do a bunch of crazy colors, but I'm kind of stuck on this blonde right now. I have 3 to tell them they're fat. I'm not about to fuck up their self-image because I grew up like that. You know what I mean? Like, pff. Let's face it. Some of us bitches were never skinny. Some of us bitches were kind of built like a lumberjack, and it's okay sometimes. There's still some people that think I'm hot. You know what I mean? Fuck it. The right person is going to love you, which shouldn't have to be superficial. Because we're all going to be ugly someday. We're all going to die someday. And it's like, fuck it. Why waste all this time with insecurities? And it's like, bro, let me break this down to you. I'm 32 years old. You like it or you know what I mean? You got to go. It's like, no, we're not about to do this. And it's like, you know, even if I die with just my kids, I'm okay. Getting to that point where you don't need a guy, because that's not the love that we need. That's not the That's not the filler that we think that we need. And it takes a long time to learn that. I mean, yeah, it's nice to cuddle up with somebody, you know what I mean? Have that love if it's mutual. But it's okay to be okay on your own, because once you're okay with being on your own, then what, like, there is really nothing that can hold you. You know what I mean? And this love shit will fuck you up, man. Can't find my lighter. But it's not, it's deeper than that though. It's the kids that I've noticed that bully other kids that aren't treated very well at home sometimes. It's the kids that hate themselves or feel this type of way about themselves that are the ones bringing guns to school. It's so much deeper than what it looks like, and we're not getting to the root of the problem. You can expel this kid, but there's going to be another one with some mental issues that just needs help, you know? So the kids that bullied him, he's like, you know, it's not just white kids, it's not black kids, it's not white and black, because I'm so fucking tired of that too. Don't even get me started. But it's just like overall education and acceptance would be cool, because it's got to start. And love and sex and being the right person's going to love you. Like, fuck it now. And if they don't, well, shit. I will gladly retire in Tennessee in the mountains with the prairie dog farm and an animal sanctuary by myself. Thank you very much. Fuck y'all. And my kids are going to have to come find me, because I'm not bringing them with me. I just think that it's time to be like a little bit more upbeat. Yeah, we've been through some shit, but let's not dwell on it. Good things can happen to us still, you know? People are hurting. People are abused. People are like inner turmoil, you know? It starts at a young age sometimes and continues. And if we to the beginning and find the root of this or these people and help them heal the right way, then there wouldn't be so much of the same shit. There wouldn't be so much. I don't think so anyway. I'm not an expert. That's just my opinion. There's just a lot of things people can't talk about because they were never taught how to deal with them. They were never taught how to talk about them. They don't think it's acceptable. They don't think it's okay. And if we're here to say it's okay, you know, we're all a little fucked up on the inside. We're all been through some shit. And if the ones that say they haven't are lying, you know, nothing is perfect. Nothing's guaranteed. All we can do is ride the wave and tell ourselves things are going to be better tomorrow, because God damn it, we say so, you know. Have somebody in your corner on the worst day of your life when you feel like there's no hope for you. There is hope for you. You're just not listening to it because you're listening to the wrong shit. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying I've been there too. So that you statement I say is not personal. I don't know how people do it. Stay-at-home moms need a fucking round of applause and a plaque on the wall, because I would, no, I can't. My twins can fuck up an entire room with one cracker. Like, let's be honest. I can't do this. I would not be able to stay home all day with my kids. I'm sorry. No. No, thank you. We have a role to play, you know? And I'm just like, fuck, man. I need a nanny. No, I need a manny, because you know how the celebrities have those really hot guys that watch their kids? Like, Sign me up for one of those, because I would like to go to the bathroom by myself. I would like to not have to use dry shampoo because they had time to shower and put on makeup. Be a girl, because I don't know if I've ever been a girl. The fuck? But now I have 3 girly girls. But it's just like, we're given these roles in our lives and we don't even realize how important we are, you know? Because we let other people or things convince us that we're not important, and that's not true. And I feel like the people that have a purpose are the ones that are attacked the most, because from where you're supposed to be. I didn't imagine that my life would be the way that it was, but it is what it is. I'm not going to blame anyone for anything, because I played a role, and I have 4 kids that are crazy as fuck, and I'm like on the border, you know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sane some days, but I have a lot of things that I need to be more thankful for. And dry shampoo and eyeliner are the reason for mothers. I don't care who you are. And wine. I never fucking even thought to drink boxed wine. But now I'm like, I wonder if this will be good. Like, let's try this. I don't care. If that's what it takes for me to chill out when I want to scream, so I can stop screaming. You have to yell, I love you at the end of those sentences when you're screaming at your kids to get their shoes on. Whatever. Just remind them that they're loved, that you're here, you know? My son is autistic and ADHD. And he's the only boy I have, and he's turbo, but he's very smart and he's very kind. And I want to be more like him on my best day, you know? I just think if more people were loved correctly, or we learned how to love ourselves so we can love other people, including our family and our kids, then what difference the world would be if we knew, like, on our worst day, we're still loved by the people that we're supposed to be loved by, you know? And it doesn't come, I'm not saying a man, which is beneficial, but it's just nice to know that no matter where you're at up here, no matter where you're at in life, there's somebody that loves you. You know, that's important. There's somebody be like, hey, I understand. I understand why you sometimes feel like you want to duct tape your kids and give them NyQuil to the wall. Like, I feel you. You know, I'm not going to do it, but I thought about it. Why every part of my life is disorganized, you know what I mean? But I still go to work and I still try to help people, because that's the only way we get things back in life. We're not going to get the benefits from the universe. We're not going to get blessings if we're only focused on ourselves and our problems. We're here to help people, as fucked up as we are. The most emotional fixed sign of the Zodiac, Scorpio, the most misunderstood, you know. But it's crazy how we understand other people and how we can understand more things than people that have any shit. I don't even understand how I understand sometimes, but I do, you know. That maybe there's a message out here for you guys from me or whoever. I'm not going to say go listen to other people, but if there's some message that you need to hear, it's important, because there's been a few for me that have, like, hit me to my core, and I'm just like, I like that feeling where there's somebody out there that I can't see that has my back, and that this is how they truly feel, but they're not able to say that in that way, you know? Somebody's going to complain about how long this video is. I wish I gave a single fuck. But I am going to try and do some more readings for my channel. step my game up a little bit because I've been slacking on the guided tarot, okay? But I'm going to try to put more time in it because I feel like that's important too. So everybody have a good night. Everybody find whatever common ground that is, even if it's crazy, and stand on it, and don't let anybody tell you that that's not where you're supposed to be, because that's just where you're at right now. It's not permanent. You know, I talk a lot of shit, but it's like there's a reason I have 4 kids. You know what I mean? Like, some people can't have kids. So it's like, I need to be thankful. And it's like, there's no other love for me but for them, you know? So some of the greatest parents aren't able to have kids. And that's my personal opinion, because I don't think I was ready. You know what I mean? But there's a reason why you're at where you're at right now. It's not your final destination. You know, happiness is a journey. It's not a destination. We think that we're going to get there, but it's like, maybe it's about learning along the way and helping people while we're here, because that's how good things come back to you. And when you leave here, maybe you help somebody along the way that needed to hear it, you know? Because God knows we just need somebody to understand someday, you know? Some days we're just like, we're all searching for something, but it's like, it's here. You just have to look for it or pay attention, because we have a lot of good people on our side. Even if we can't see them. And you're loved, you know, whether you don't feel it or you don't see it, it's there. So I'm going to get off this. And I hope you guys have a good night.